Mansa Friends, selamat datang di Suara Mansako, podcast resmi dari Mansatu Kotamobagu, madrasah berbicara, generasi berkarya. Bersama saya, Divani Nur Azatungkagi sebagai host pada episode kali ini. On today's episode, we have a very wonderful guest. He is a teacher from Finigan School of Distance Education in New South Wales, Australia. He came here to discover how the education goes here in Indonesia, especially in North Sulawesi. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jonathan Morris.
Halo, hai, nama saya Jonathan Morris, tapi boleh dipanggil Mas Jono. Saya senang berkunjung ke sekolah di sini dan saya senang join this podcast dengan Diva.
Yes.
Diva. Saya senang sekali, saya bangga sekali bisa berbicara dengan Diva.
Okay. So it's your second time coming here in Mansatu Kotamobagu. If I'm not mistaken, the first one is on July.
Yes.
And then this is your second time.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
So how's your preparation coming here? And what's your impressions about Mansatu Kotamobagu?
My preparation for coming here is to pack my bag with my clothes.
Yes.
And then to take the flight from Sydney.
Yes.
Well, actually, I live near Canberra, which is the Ibu Kota, Australia. And so I had to catch the bus from Canberra to the Sydney to the airport, and then I had to catch the plane from Sydney to Jakarta, and that took 7.5 hours.
7.5 hours.
On the plane. Yep. And then in Jakarta, I had to wait until the flight from Jakarta to Manado, and the flight took 3 hours from Jakarta to Manado. And then in Manado, I was picked up, dijemput di bandara oleh Bapak Ahmad Sholeh dan Nona Purna dan beberapa orang lain. And then we had sarapan pagi, and sesudah sarapan pagi naik mobil ke Kotamobagu. Di mobil ada Ibu Lilianti dan suaminya, Ibu Nona Purna dan saya lupa ada orang lain. Lupa ya. Anyway, tidak apa. Yeah, and then and so I came to Kotamobagu kemarin siang. And then this morning, tadi pagi, masuk ke sekolah ini. Yeah.
Greeting
the students
yes.
At the front of the school. And then I met Bapak Akam, the kepala madrasah. And then we had apel.
Oh yes.
And we had the tarian, what was the name of the first dance? Momosat,
yes.
Tarian Momosat. And then we had another tarian from the Scouts, the semaphore. I keep pronouncing that sadly. Semaphore. We had the semaphore dance from the Scouts. And then I started teaching some English classes. I taught Year 12 English about procedural texts. Were you in that class?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Procedural texts. And then then I taught Year 11 about opinion. And then we had lunch, and now I'm here with you for this podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's been the story so far.
So are you ready for the first question?
I'm ready for the first question.
Okay. The first question is, how is the education system in Australia? Is it different with here in Indonesia or?
The education system in Australia, yeah, it's different from here in Indonesia. I think many of the subjects are similar. Like we have English, we have kesusastraan English, because everyone speaks English, so we don't have to teach them to speak English, but we do kesusastraan English, so we study poetry and novels and plays, drama, right? Or we do sejarah modern, sejarah ancient. So we do modern history, ancient history. We teach geography. We teach business studies. We teach
business studies.
ilmu hukum. That's what I teach, legal studies. So I teach about legal studies. We have mathematics, we have science, so we have physics, biology, chemistry. We have music and dance and art, lukisan, right? We have sport, olahraga, so we teach sport, PE, physical education. What else do we teach? Technology. We teach technology as well, like
informatics,
information technology.
Oh yes.
Yep, we teach that as well. So that's about it. But the school that I teach at, sekolah saya, is a sekolah pendidikan jarak jauh.
Distance.
So we teach melalui dari, online.
Zoom.
Yeah, so it's not face to face. So it's online teaching. But previously, before, I worked in face-to-face high schools. So probably the big difference between Indonesia and Australia with our students is some of our students, some students are very enthusiastic about learning.
Yes.
We have some students who are not so enthusiastic, and we have to learn, we have to work out how to make them interested in their education. But
okay.
Yeah.
The next one is, what teaching methods are usually applied in Australian school?
Okay, so in Australian school, in my school and in the schools in New South Wales, bagian negara New South Wales, because in Australia we have, like you have provinsi.
Oh, okay.
In Indonesia we have provinsi, but we call it bagian negara, we call them states. Right. So in my state, which is called New South Wales, our department pendidikan, right? The way that we teach, we use the method of direct instruction or explicit instruction. So we teach the students, the teacher leads the lesson.
Oh, okay.
And then breaks the lesson down into manageable segments to help the students learn, and then we check that they are learning.
Oh, okay.
So we use explicit instruction. That's the method that we use at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And how do teachers in Australia encourage students to be more active and enjoy learning?
Well, we try to, I think the important thing to make learning interesting is to make it relevant.
Oh, yes.
So the student thinks, okay, it's good for me to learn this because it actually will help me with my life,
Yes.
with my future education, and to become a more knowledgeable person. So being able to show that the education that you're giving the student is actually relevant
Relevant
to their own lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What role does technology play in the classroom?
Oh, now
Yes.
a big role, a very big role, especially at my school, because
Oh, yes.
everything we teach is online. So we teach, our lessons are on what we call a learning management system. So we use a learning management system called Moodle, and we're moving to a new learning management system called Canvas.
Oh, yes.
Right? So the students, so if you were learning from home, you would go online and log into the learning management system, and if you were doing my course, legal studies, you would look for the legal studies course, and there would be a lesson that you would read through, and then when you finish the lesson, you would then click on a link to go to the quiz. And then the
so
quiz,
after the lesson, there's
a quiz, and the quiz would then require you to answer questions, and to answer the questions you have to read the textbook.
Oh, okay.
Right? So so everything is online, and then we have each week I have a live lesson online through Microsoft Teams, and you would have to log in to the lesson on your laptop and turn on your camera and your microphone, and then I would ask questions and you could answer the questions.
Oh, okay.
And then the assessments are all done you would do your assessment at home, and your parent would supervise you.
Oh,
And
so
then-
the parent will be the supervisor.
And then
Okay.
you would do the test or the assessment, and then you would email it in to me. You have to scan it to PDF and then email it to me, right?
Okay.
But that's for a school that is online. Pendidikan Jarak Jauh seperti sekolah saya. But there's schools which are face to face. Apa dalam bahasa Indonesia untuk face to face?
Tatap muka.
Tatap muka. So there's tatap muka schools in New South Wales, but they would use technology as well.
Oh,
So the teacher would use the internet and their laptop and a data projector
yes.
to show things
Elementary.
So the teachers would use technology as well.
Oh, okay.
And but the one area where they're trying to stop the technology is the handphone.
Yes, the handphone.
So they stop the handphone from coming to the school.
Oh,
Every morning the students have to give the handphone to the teacher or to the kantor depan, the front office, because we don't want the students accessing the handphone during the lesson.
Oh, okay.
Because it disrupts the lesson. Okay. Yep.
Well, AI.
AI AI is a big issue
Yes, now.
in teaching, because many students, you give them an assessment task
Yes.
and they use AI to find the answer.
Yes.
They're not using their own brain.
Yes.
They're not using their brain. You know,
They only copied it and put it in the AI, and
That's
then
right.
the answer just comes.
and they're not using their brain. They're not using critical thinking. Okay, so that's a problem at the moment in education in New South Wales.
Technology.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So, what do you think Indonesian schools could learn from the Australian system?
Maybe to make, well, just like any school system in Indonesia or Australia, to make the education more effective, it's got to be, the education you have to show that it's relevant and that it's going to make a difference for the student, so they understand that by learning this, I can improve my knowledge, I can improve my skills, and then if I want to go to university, or if I want to do like we call it a trade, like a tukang kayu, or tukang listrik, or tukang mobil, like a mechanic, or carpenter, or electrician, engineer, things like that. So if the education is made to be relevant and interesting, and using the direct explicit instruction, then that's a good thing to do for the Indonesian education system. Okay?
Okay. Next question
Good.
is about teaching profession.
Teaching profession, yes.
What inspired you to become a teacher? Why do you want to become a teacher?
Well, I like to see people learning. I like to see people getting an understanding of different things, and to help young people become more knowledgeable, to help young people build their skills, become better members of society, and to improve their ability to think for themselves, to have critical thinking, and to help the next generation of people to become well established and to be able to have the skills to go into the future, so they can get a good job, they can get married,
They can get a better
life, have a family, and all those things. Yeah.
Okay, so was it already become your dream since you were a child, or?
Not really. I wasn't something I wanted to. I wasn't really sort of thinking of becoming a teacher from when I was a child. It was more later on in life.
Okay.
So I did some other jobs before I became a teacher, and I think sometimes it's good if the teacher doesn't go straight from school to university and then straight to teaching. Maybe they go from school to university, get their teaching qualification, and then maybe they do some other jobs, and then they go to teaching. So then they have more experience of life. Because otherwise you're a student, you do some training, and then you're straight back to the school environment, and you haven't had much else in your life.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my opinion.
Your opinion.
My opinion. Was I teaching you procedural text or opinion? I was teaching you procedural text, right?
Yes.
The year 11 class, I was teaching them about opinion.
Oh.
So I was saying, so you would say, in my opinion. So that's my opinion.
Oh, so that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the biggest challenge of being a teacher in Australia?
The biggest challenge, I think, for teachers in Australia recently, since the pandemic, I think, has been student behaviour.
Yes.
I think
Oh my, yes.
a lot of teachers are struggling with student behaviour since the pandemic because students were at home and they lost that presence at school and the discipline and the socialising and the socialisation. And I think a lot of teachers are struggling with students who've come back to school and they just don't have the understanding of what's proper behaviour.
Oh.
But I think also technology is another challenge for teachers, and as we discussed just a minute ago, AI.
Yes, AI is the biggest.
How teachers should be using AI to supplement the way they teach, but not to the point where the students are just using AI to find the answers. Because you need your students to be critical thinkers.
Yes.
And it's dangerous if AI takes the critical thinking away. And it happens in Australia, but even today, I saw in the class today where I could see students looking at their phones,
Yes.
right? And I thought, okay, well, maybe for a little bit of help, but if all they're doing is copying down the recipe that they found on the phone,
yes.
then they're not using their brain, right? So that's another issue, I think, is technology as well.
Okay. So the next one is, how do Australian teachers build good relationships with students and parents?
Okay. Well, I think with building a relationship, you've got to be consistent, right? And the student has to be able to see that you're consistent with your rules of the classroom, that you're treating everybody fairly, that you know the subject that you're teaching. So you need to be able to show that you know what you're teaching. You need to show that you're interested in the students' understanding, that they're learning properly, and that the students trust you in terms of your judgment about the subject matter, and that they think that you're fair. If there's a student who's misbehaving, that they see that you treat them fairly, but at the same time you expect them to stop their behaviour, that they're causing a problem.
Oh, okay. How do you keep yourself motivated in learning, in teaching?
How do I keep myself motivated in teaching? Well, I enjoy the subject that I'm teaching, so I like to learn about legal studies and learn about the various topics that I'm teaching in legal studies, and I like to try and make each lesson a bit better, try to improve what I'm doing as a teacher, and try to help the students learn about legal studies, help them to improve their skills when they do assessments and things like that, and their knowledge. So things like that help me stay motivated too.
Okay.
This is good. I'm speaking in English. It's easy. If I have to speak in Indonesian, this would be tough. Okay.
You have to think what's the next word to say if you have to speak in Indonesia.
Yeah.
The next one is about culture and student life.
Okay.
What unique habits do Australian students have at school?
Unique habits.
Usually have.
I'm trying to think. Oh, look. I haven't been in a tatap muka school for a while, but students in face-to-face classes and schools, I mean, they don't, well, they can have a good laugh, but they enjoy having a bit of a joke. They have to be careful that having a bit of a joke and a bit of a tease doesn't move into bullying, right? So but they enjoy having a bit of a laugh. They enjoy sport. A lot of Australian New South Wales students enjoy playing sport, so they love getting out and being active, and they enjoy interacting with the teachers that they like and trust, and they enjoy getting the most out of education that they can, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is, what is the most noticeable difference you see between Indonesian and Australian students? The most noticeable
difference. Oh, look. Indonesian students at this school that I've seen are very polite, very friendly, very enthusiastic, and they are keen. They look like they're keen to learn, to do their subjects.
Yes.
And I think in Australia, most students are enthusiastic to learn. Like I said, there's some that aren't interested in learning or don't see the importance of learning. I think Australian students probably like to do a lot of things outside of school. They really enjoy getting away from school and doing different things that they're interested in.
So they love outdoor activities a lot.
They like outdoor. They like, when they get into high school, the senior high school, most of them get a job. They go and work.
Part-time?
Yeah, like casual jobs at McDonald's or KFC, things like that. And if they live on the coast, a lot of them like to go swimming and surfing. Yep.
Okay. So Australian students really love to do something outdoors.
Many of them, but there are also some that just stay inside and are gamers on their computer, which is not good. They don't go outside. They stay inside too much.
In every nations, pastinya ada perayaan. How are big celebrations or events usually held at schools in Australia?
Oh, okay. Well, we would have what we call an assembly in the hall, or the aula. So we have in our schools we have a hall, but you call it an aula, right? And so in the aula we would have all the students would come together and sit in rows, and then we would have the principal or the kepala sekolah would make the introduction, make the speech, and then we would have, if it's a special day for celebrating, we would have some guests coming to talk. We might have a barbecue at lunchtime, and people can cook food or bring food and share it, and we might have some sporting competition on that special day. So something like that.
Okay, so this is your second time coming in Indonesia, or maybe have you ever been here before?
This is my second time to Kotamobagu, but I've been to Indonesia many times before. Yeah.
What was your first impression of schools in Indonesia?
My first impression of schools in Indonesia was just how friendly the students are and polite. Most of the students are very friendly, polite, smiling, saying hello.
Hello, mister. Hello,
yes.
mister.
Yep. So it was just being friendly, polite, and the uniform is always nice and neat and tidy and so forth. So they were my first impressions.
Oh, okay. What interesting differences have you found in Indonesia classrooms?
In Indonesia classrooms, they're usually pretty hot.
Yes.
The temperature's pretty warm. But the desks and the chairs are a bit different to in Australia. But the students are enthusiastic and polite and keen to learn, and they have if you make a joke, they have a laugh. They enjoy laughing. So they're the things I've noticed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do you see Indonesian students' attitude toward learning?
Oh, well, as I've said, I think most of the students that I've observed here seem to be very keen about their education.
Yes.
They seem to be very interested in their education. and they want to learn, and I think they understand the importance of education, especially in a big country like Indonesia. You need an education, because unlike in Australia, here in Indonesia you don't have, if you're unemployed in Indonesia, the government doesn't give you money, right?
Yes.
You don't get money from the government if you're unemployed. In Australia, if you don't find a job, the government gives you money.
Oh, really?
So there are some people in Australia who think, why should I worry about getting an education, because if I can't find a job, I'm going to get money.
Still gonna get money from the government.
But here in Indonesia, you don't get money.
So we have to study.
You have to
really
study.
hard.
You've got to find a job to
Yes.
survive. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What has been the most memorable experience during your visit here? Maybe it's the dance or...
Oh, look, well, in July it was the dancing, yes, and this time the dancing.
Oh, the dancing.
Very good dancing, and also being able to teach in the classroom and teach the Year 12 class.
Yes.
And teach the Year 11 class. And did you enjoy the lesson that I taught you?
Very much.
Was that okay?
Yes.
Right. And I was speaking in English the whole time to the class, and I enjoyed being able to have a class of Indonesian students and speaking English, and then sometimes speaking a little bit of Indonesian. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Is it your first time teaching in face-to-face school again, or
First time teaching face-to-face.
after a long?
Well, yeah, the first time teaching in a face-to-face school for maybe 5 years, 6
5
years.
years.
Yeah.
Over since the pandemic.
Just before the pandemic,
Oh,
I
okay.
joined the Pendidikan Jarak Jauh, sekolah Pendidikan Jarak Jauh. So this really, today's the first time I've been teaching face-to-face.
After a long time.
After 6 years.
Oh yes.
And it's been with Indonesian students in an Indonesian school. So it's been a great experience. I've loved it.
Okay. If given the chance, would you like to teach in Indonesia again for a longer period?
It would be an interesting experience to do it for maybe for 1 year, perhaps, but definitely the gaji would need to be a lot higher.
A lot higher.
Yeah.
A lot.
If
or
I could
a
be,
bit.
if I could be paid the gaji that I earn in Australia while I'm working here for 1 year, definitely.
Okay.
Because the gaji here is not as tinggi,
Is in
not as high as compared to in Australia. Yeah. But if you can give me a gaji like in Australia, but I work here for 1 year, I might talk to the kepala madrasah nanti, Bapak Akram. I might talk to him later about getting the gaji yang tinggi sekali, but I don't think I'm going to get it.
Okay. So that's all of my questions.
That's all the questions?
Yes.
Okay, can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay. So, what's your most enjoyable, what do you enjoy the most about being at this school?
The most thing that I enjoyed of being in this school is maybe all of my friends is very baik,
Okay,
ceria.
alright.
So if kalau Diva sedang sedih, tidak semangat, bertemu teman-teman langsung wah happy.
Okay, radio. And what's your favorite subject that you like to study?
Okay, so this is maybe a tough question because
yeah, tough question, especially depending on who's in the room at the moment, right? Who's looking at you going.
But I actually love English for quite a long time.
Right.
Yes.
English language, yeah.
English and math.
Oh, good. Very good. Very good. Okay, you like maths?
Really.
Yeah, no, seriously, you like maths? Good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Because on the 2019, I ikut Olimpiade Matematika. Yes, that's why I love math a lot.
When did you do the Olympiad?
2019.
2019.
2000. Yes.
2019. That's 6 years ago.
Yes.
So you were in what school?
In elementary school.
You were in Sekolah Dasar?
Yes.
SD, and you did the Mathematics Olympiad, right? And how did you go?
Di kecamatan
Right?
Di waktu seleksi kecamatan itu juara 1.
Good.
Pas di Kotamobagu itu 5. 5 besar.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, top 5.
Top 5 in where? In Indonesia or in
No, in Kotamobagu.
seluruh dunia?
No.
Top 5 in
Only in Kotamobagu.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes.
Wow, bagus. That's great. Okay. And why are you so good with? Why are you so fluent in English? What is what recommendation can you make to the students who are watching this podcast about how to become fluent in English? What's your secret
The first
to
one
success?
is watch a lot of English movies like Marvel. I love Marvel.
Right.
And then listening to English songs,
Yes.
because that's help you a lot to know what the vocabulary, to
Yeah.
tambah-tambah vocabulary.
Yeah.
And then maybe Diva ikut les
What?
bahasa Inggris.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
With Serkor.
Wow. So I will share with you one of the things that I do for when I was studying Indonesian. The way I learned
What is
my kosakata, my vocabulary,
Yes.
was I used what I call flashcards.
Flashcards. I know that.
And so on the flashcards, I would write, on one side, I would write the Indonesian.
Oh.
See?
And the other side is the
and
English.
the other side is English, right?
Okay.
And then so I would have a piece of paper and a pen, and I would look at, on the English side, I would look at, okay, this is hot. Now, what's the word for hot? Oh, panas. So I would write it down.
Okay.
Cold. What's the word for cold? Oh, dingin. And I would write it down. What's the word for tired? Oh, capek. What's the word for bored? Bosan. What's the word for sick? Sakit. Hungry. Lapar. Thirsty. House. Healthy. Sehat. And so I would do that. Pen and paper. That's how I learned the kosakata, the vocabulary. Because there's a research that says when you're learning, if you write on the piece of paper, for some reason, if you're writing on the piece of paper, it goes through your arm and through your brain, and it stays in your brain because you're writing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's the way I learnt all my language, and then I would write out like phrases. So I would write out. Yeah. So for example, I would write like if I wanted to remember how to ask, "Are you married?" Okay. Apakah saudara sudah kawin?
Oh.
Do you have a husband? Apakah saudara sudah bersuami? Things like that, and I would write it out to remember it.
Oh, okay.
And so I have about 4. I only bring these two to Indonesia, but at home I have 4 of these. And every day when I was learning, I would go through a whole pile of these and write it out.
Okay.
And that's the way I got it into my head. So I learnt the words that way.
Oke, bisa diikuti guys kalau mau belajar bahasa Inggris, bisa diikuti tipsnya Mas Jono ya, menulis di flashcard.
Yep, the flashcard. And so, last question for you, Diva.
Yes.
What is your plan for going to university? What do you want to study at university?
What do I want to study in the university? English.
Yep.
Pendidikan bahasa Inggris.
Yeah.
To become a teacher.
Yes.
Because I love, because my mom is a teacher.
Yes.
And my grandfather is a teacher.
Right.
So I want to be like them.
Yeah.
And
Good.
my sister is a teacher too.
Okay.
So I was like motivated to become a teacher.
Good. Good.
Sebenarnya dulu I want to be an Indonesian teacher, bahasa Indonesia.
Yes.
Tapi lama-lama berubah jadi bahasa Inggris.
Okay. Great. Great. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for spending your time here. Thank you for sharing your experience with us, being here as a guest in Suara Mansako. We hope this cultural exchange will inspire our students in Mansako Kotamobagu. And sampai jumpa di episode Suara Mansako selanjutnya. hanya di Suara Mansako, madrasah berbicara, generasi berkarya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye-bye.